Hey, Calvin. Can you just give us a thought on, big game, getting the start tonight, what you're expecting out of the building, and how, the importance of trying to get the lead here in the series?
Yeah, it's exciting. Good opportunity for me, obviously. It feels like another game for me. Obviously getting the time in last game and not having much time to think about it and, not having much room for error. And then obviously our team really battling back and getting a win, it gives you some confidence. And, the building's going to be electric tonight. It's definitely going to be an exciting day.
Right side, third row.
Evander, just on being physical, but kind of finding that balance and not taking the penalties too. It's a couple of games where there have been some early. Is it hard for you to play the game you want to play after you take a few early penalties, and maybe just talk about that balance a bit?
I'm just not going to talk about it because I don't know. We'll just get ready for Game 5 and see what happens out there. But yeah, you want to play as hard as you possibly can. So big game tonight.
Left side, second row. Left side, first row.
But just to follow up on Ryan's question, Evander.
You guys work together, right?
Yeah, we do. It's like we share half a brain. Florida's DNA, what they do, they drive teams crazy. And how hard is it, like, for people watching this, listening, how hard is it to be on the ice and to not succumb to what they want you to react to?
You know what? I think they maybe get a little too much credit for how crazy they drive teams. I don't think it's Florida driving us crazy at all. I think, you maybe look at Game 3. I mean, I don't know what else anybody would expect. That's going to get out of hand, but I think we've done a great job of not letting them get in our head or really use that to our advantage. So, I think there's frustrations in other areas, and I think we did a great job of battling back last game, but I don't think that's really been a key for us.
Right side, fifth row.
It's for Calvin. Rarely on a game day do we get a starting goalie up at the podium in this manner. What gives you the comfort to just do that and be here doing what you're doing right now?
Yeah, I've been doing it all year, I guess. I talk on games, always have throughout my career, and this is a game day. Obviously, the magnitude of the game is big, but I feel just like I would in November, December. So, excited to get back to my house, have a nap, get back to the rink, and get to work.
Left side, third row.
Calvin, just over here. It hasn't been a straight line in your career to this point. Can you just reflect on your journey to get to this point tonight?
Yeah, there's been a lot of stops along the way. I guess you could look at tonight as the biggest game of my life, but last game was the biggest game of my life until the next one. So, it's rinse and repeat for me. It's been a great journey. Been a lot of good places. Grateful that I had the chance to come to Edmonton a couple of years ago, and this is what you play for. Definitely excited.
We'll take a few more. Left side, front row.
Evander, sometimes goaltenders have a reputation for being unique. It may be a little different than, say, the players. I don't get that sense with Calvin. Why is he a guy that you guys collectively seem to rally around, and what is it about his personality that makes him, he appears to be as popular as he is with the team?
Yeah, no, he's I guess you'd say he's one of the rare goalies. He's just a normal guy. He really popular guy in the room. Obviously, he's got a great sense of humor. He keeps things light. I think too, he's been doing this for a long time. He has a ton of experience. He's been in a lot of different dressing rooms, and that can also help you along the way when you do come into different teams, making a little bit of an easier transition. And ever since he's been here and I've gotten here, he's been fantastic. So now you're just seeing that off ice kind of translate onto the ice with his performances and how much he's helped our group get us to where we are here today, 2-2 in the Stanley Cup Final. And we definitely love playing in front of him.
Right side, front row.
Calvin, what do you make of what's been going on with Vanacek at the red line during warm-ups? Have you ever seen that before with a goalie, and are you prepared for something like that for you tonight? I don't know what your routine is like during the game.
Yeah, I don't have much routine there. I'll be probably facing our end. But no, it's nothing. I just went over there last game because he's just, I don't know if he's trying to get into Skins' head, but it really wasn't anything. Obviously, the cameras, you can't hide out there, so you guys will make it a bit of a story. But I was just asking if he wanted to stretch next to me, and He said no. I said that's okay. So, but yeah, no, I don't expect anything like that tonight.
2 more left side, second row.
Calvin, guys that aren't in the lineup talk about being ready. What does being ready mean to you when you need to come in at a moment's notice?
Yeah, obviously the last couple of years, Skins has played much more than I have, so practice time is huge for me. Shorty has me dialed in when I'm not playing and doing different drills to replicate situations in games, and for when that chance comes, obviously getting the time in Game 3 at the end of the game when it was out of hand there, it's still a good ice time for me to get out there and see game action, and that propelled me to be ready for Game 4. So the practice time's huge.
Last one, right side, standing.
Calvin, we talked during the regular season about your daughter and how big of a hockey fan she's become, even to the point where you'll kind of collect pucks after warm-up on the road. I know you're home, but it is the Cup Final. How excited has she been to see you play, and will you grab a Cup Final puck for her tonight after warm-up?
Yeah, for sure. I've been collecting them for her. She's a huge Oilers fan. Both my girls are huge Oilers fans, and obviously the sport's unreal from them, and it's exciting. Obviously we were in Florida for a week, coming home yesterday and seeing them, and she had her preschool graduation yesterday, so she was pretty pumped up about that. But no, it's exciting to see them, and obviously we want to get a big win for them tonight.
How many pucks does she have?
I don't know. Some rinks don't do it, but maybe 20, 25.